Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you another PlayStation review, and today I'm taking a look at Mad Max on the PlayStation 4. Now, this game was released way back in 2015, and that was quite a popular year, if you like, in regards to games. And when this game initially came out, it kind of received mixed reviews, and it kind of got a little bit overlooked. Now, this is a game I played extensively at the time, and I have revisited it a couple of times over the years. But I really wanted to revisit this game because I'm just rewatching the Mad Max films and reviewing them on the channel. And if you follow the content, you'll know that to be the case. So it made me want to play this again. So I've downloaded it and I've put a lot of time back into this game. And I'm here to tell you that I think this is one of the most underrated games that I can remember, certainly of the last decade or so, because even though it's only really confirming what I already knew, because I've always enjoyed this game, but after replaying this, I probably haven't played it for about 3 years or so, maybe even a little bit longer. The game is just fantastic. And maybe that's because AAA titles these days are so underwhelming for the most part. I think out of 10 AAA releases, there might be 2 or 3 at best that are worth playing. The rest of them are like buggy, unfinished, full of microtransactions, so on and so forth. And this goes back to, I think, and even though it's not that long ago, it's only like 8 or so years ago, going on for 9. I think this came out in March 2015. It's just a much simpler experience. It's a single player game with so many wonderful gaming mechanics in it and addictive gaming mechanics that I think it was almost criminal that this was I don't know. It's by reviewers at the time when this came out, they gave it really quite a hard time. Some of them, saying it was just repetitive and dull and boring and all that kind of stuff. And absolutely, this is not the case. I think they've recaptured the world of Mad Max brilliantly. And for those who you don't have to really be a fan of Mad Max to enjoy this game either, by the way. Obviously, it helps, and I have grown up on the Mad Max films. And if you sit and think about, watching a Mad Max film and thinking, wow, if they ever made Mad Max into a game, and you start thinking in your head the elements that you want them to put in the game, they're all here. They're absolutely all here. Now, for those of you who don't know a great deal about Mad Max and this game, essentially it's in a post-apocalyptic world. In the future, Mad Max is a loner, is a wanderer, is a road warrior. And in this apocalyptic future, the only real currency is fuel, gasoline, really, and scrap. So you start at the beginning of the game, you're in Max's trusty car, the Interceptor, and he kind of gets hijacked, his Interceptor gets stolen and he's left for dead. He then stumbles across this hunchback guy called Chum Bucket, who's a whiz of a mechanic. They team up, and Chum Bucket promises to build Max an even better car. They just need to go and kind of loot and get the scraps and the parts that they need to build like this incredible car. So they team up, and that's essentially what he does. Max, he wanders the wasteland on a really sizable map, doing missions, collecting scrap, going to strongholds that have that spread all over the place, different sections of the map, and you do missions for these people that run these strongholds, and in return you kind of get rewarded for that. So you constantly are upgrading your vehicle, making everything faster, the better grip, better armor. You've got like a harpoon built into your vehicle that helps you kind of pull down defences and lookout towers and things like that, and you can use it in car combat. So you can continuously keep upgrading your car by collecting scrap and getting when you get to a certain level in the game, because your character levels up. It will allow you to kind of continually upgrade your car. There's kind of RPG elements to it, really. Certainly in regards to your car. Now you can also upgrade Max as well. But it's a little more limited. You can kind of upgrade the way he looks, so you can get like a leather jacket for him, so he looks a bit more like the traditional Mad Max. You can get like things put on your fists so that you punch harder and faster. You can change the way he looks visually, so you can give him like big beards and longer hair and all that kind of stuff. But it's much more limited, and there are some other things you can do. You can upgrade Max so that he will be stronger in the fights and more impactful in the way he hits. There's other things you can level up as well. There's like this strange philosopher wandering the wasteland that when you find him you can upgrade as well with griffer tokens, and you collect griffer tokens by taking down enemy strongholds. But these griffer tokens will upgrade all the abilities as well, so it'll increase your health. It will increase how much water you can take in, how much ammo and scrap you'll pick up, so on and so forth. Because it does have quite a few unique mechanics, this game. To replenish your health, there's two ways of doing that. You can drink water, and with this being, the post-apocalyptic future, water's not necessarily easy to come by. So you kind of drink your water, and that will replenish your health. But you can also find like bits of food lying around, and by that, it's like dinky dog food. And those of you who are familiar with the Mad Max films will know what dinky dog food is, because you see him eating it in Mad Max 2. It's essentially dog food. And you eat that as well, and it will replenish your health. There's ammo as well that you can pick up out in the wasteland, and that is very, very hard to come by. You don't get much ammo at all, so you've got like a shotgun, which is an iconic piece of equipment that he uses in the movies. So you'll pick up the occasional shotgun shell here and there, but you've usually got no more than 2 on you at any one time, and even less than that most of the time, because this game doesn't want you to just walk around the wasteland and blowing people away with your shotgun. But you do feel a little bit better and a little bit safer when you do have 2 or 3 shotgun shells on you, and that. When you do take people out with a shotgun, it's so impactful as well. It's really, really cool. But there's also ammo that you can find for your sniper rifle. There's a mechanic in the game where Chumbucket will build you like a homemade sniper rifle, and you're going to need that for a number of reasons. There are snipers hidden around the wasteland, usually protecting enemy strongholds. So for you to get close to the strongholds, you've got to take them snipers out first, and the best way to do it, well, there's 2 ways to do that. One of the ways is to use your sniper rifle, and the other way is to drive up close, attach your harpoon to the lookout tower that they're standing on, and pull that down as well, which will obviously kill them. So there's mainly 2 elements to this game. You've got the in-car stuff, which is you traveling around the map, doing missions, getting into car combat, and can I say, obviously, a big part of Mad Max and the Mad Max world and universe is the car combat, and they absolutely nailed the car combat here. And when you've got a fully kitted out car, it looks properly badass, and then you can just smash into cars, use your harpoon, tear them to shreds, and the car combat is just so well done. Brilliantly done, and you can also come across convoys on the map as well, so you can get into like convoy action set pieces, and they're really, really cool. So it absolutely nails the car driving and the car combat, as you would expect, really. This is from the people that brought us the Just Cause games, by the way. But it also nails the stuff out of the car as well, because Mad Max, when he gets out of the car, it's usually to collect scrap or to go on foot into strongholds to try and take over the strongholds, the enemy ones. And so you've got like this hand-to-hand combat in the game as well that is really impactful. I mean, it's almost Arkham-like in a sense of you've got parrying and dodging and rolling to kind of evade attacks. But then you've also got these other mechanics where he will you've got a light attack and a strong attack, and the punches just feel so impactful. And then he'll get into like a fury mode where he will just tear into the enemies and do like body slams and drop kicks. And if you've got a shiv on you, like a knife, you'll do like finishers, or you can do shotgun finishers. I mean, the combat is so rewarding and fun to play. The hand-to-hand combat, it's really, really good, and it's got this really cool addictive gameplay loop where you need scrap. The more scrap, the better, because you need scrap to upgrade your car, to upgrade Max, to upgrade your friendly strongholds. Because you've got if you build like water tanks in the friendly strongholds and workbenches and all this kind of stuff, you'll get rewards yourself as Max. Not only will you get rewarded, but also it will make the people in that stronghold like an ally to you, and you'll become like a legend to them almost. The strongholds, some of them are easier to take down than others in difficulty wise. There's quite a wide variety of enemies to take out. You know, they're not all just simple guys charging at you. Some of them have got shields, some of them have got weapons, some of them have got melee weapons. You do really have to outthink some of them. There's like these war cry chiefs, if you like, hanging above these places where they're attacking you, and they're kind of dictating the combat. And if you don't take them out quickly, it'll give the enemies a buff, so they're far more difficult to kill. And it's just fabulously fun. You know, there's loot to collect. You go around and you'll kind of collect pictures and old memories from the old world and stuff, and they're quite fun to collect. There's other bits that you need to collect, like I say, for the strongholds to build the things that they need. There's mines that you need to take care of, and you've got a dog that you kind of take, and he will tell you where the mines are, so you can kind of take these mines down. And you need to be able to take these mines down because it will reduce the enemy threat in that area. So what I'm basically trying to say is that Mad Max is an absolutely fabulous game. It's a brilliant open world. It's a game I absolutely strongly recommend. You'll be able to pick this up for next to nothing these days, and it is a wonderful experience. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me. If you've never played Mad Max, I promise you won't be disappointed. If you like open world games, it's a brilliant, brilliant game, and I'm really, really delighted to have revisited it in 2024. So, yep, stay tuned for the channel, obviously, for plenty more reviews and content. And if you're interested, the Mad Max reviews are coming thick and fast also on the channel. So, I'll speak to you soon.